everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All with Chaos Counseling. We had to rewatch a seal. Fuck it.
No, we took a briefest of breaks to get some food ready, and we started going on the conversation of that sad seal that's just like.
For future reference, I am going to fucking play a character that does that kind of thing in a D&D campaign. I found Selkies.
Oh my gosh.
And I swear I'm gonna play this 12-year-old who, anytime she doesn't get her way, just gets in her seal skin, lies on the ground, just goes, ah! And just is like, won't move until she gets her way.
Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare for whoever DMs that.
That'd be me.
Have fun.
Have fun. Edward.
I'll play a donkey centaur and be just as stubborn.
The stubborn campaign.
Great. I'm gonna have a jackass on my team.
This woman is another key to the case.
Do you really think so?
She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But suddenly she was called away by a production. Yeah. I had to yawn, guys. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Called away by a production and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impacts died.
But her death was a suicide, right?
Yes.
By stabbing herself 37 times in the back.
Yep.
But there is still one riddle left unsolved.
The 37 stab wounds in the chest. A riddle?
Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it.
A suicide note that just vanished, huh?
Was the guy in charge of the moon landing footage given it? Someone at NASA lost the original moon landing footage.
Oh, awkward.
Oh. I
Okay.
think the guy in Hawaii sent off the missile accident. It seems like a lot of professionals miss up. Miss up?
I mean,
Miss
it's
up?
almost like they're people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, missing suicide note.
Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it.
The suicide note? But how do you know that Miss Impacts had even written such a note?
There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high.
But who would hide such a thing?
The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
Gasp.
The victim?
We apologize.
He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note.
Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note. But why?
As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway.
Part 1? Suicide report added to the court record.
Great. That's something else Harry Potter split into 2. Thanks a lot, Hollywood.
Wait. That went over my head. Okay. Yeah,
ever
same.
since Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows came out, a lot of movies based on books are splitting the last one into multiple parts just to milk the franchise.
Yeah.
And it's Suicide Report Part 1. So. And most people say it's, well, no, it is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows' fault. This has become a trend.
Well, alright then. I don't like to look through reports. Nope. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2.
2 parts?
What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part.
Electric Boogaloo.
The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name. It's Adrian Andrews.
Miss Andrews? What did she do?
She tried to kill herself?
Don't tell that to an 8-year-old!
She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself.
Usually the people who do don't.
You think she's a strong career woman? That is just her image.
Are you okay there, Edgeworth? Do you need a nap?
I do, yeah.
The nap sounds
I kinda was up early today.
Yeah, jet lag.
Go cuddle.
Gumshoe over there.
I can hug you, sir. I also got up early today. I was up at 3.
I was up at 4.
I actually got to sleep in today.
Yay!
Did we read this?
No, Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
A secret?
I've got a secret.
Her codependency. That's the key word.
Codependency. The word most unsuited to describing that woman.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think it's Edgeworth's voice that's making me sleepy.
Maybe because
He's kind
just-
of got a draw.
He's just like, yes, right.
Yes.
Like Snape from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Turn to page 390.
So how are Adrian Andrews and codependency related?
Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax.
And?
And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide?
Oh man, that jet lag, Edgeworth.
Yeah, this jet lag's awful.
Quite possibly because she had lost her will to live.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Lost her will, but why would she?
what good is giving exposition if you're unable to speak?
Hell if I know. Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why.
Why would that?
Is this what they call following someone to the grave?
After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is a person who looks for someone she can trust unconditionally.
I understand that.
And once she finds that someone, she blindly follows them.
I kind of understand that too.
I really appreciate the DL6 theme in the background of this.
Good use of it.
Yeah. Without someone to guide her, she feels uneasy and can't carry herself through life.
Weight training, that might help.
And that's her codependency?
When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself.
Then that means her super confident attitude.
It's all the facade. She's only... what?
I was about to say, you can tell it's important because the C was spelled very fancy-like.
I suppose. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together.
How terrible. Attempted suicide report added to the court record.
Excellent. That was a fun time, everyone. You can take a break, go get some chocolate or cookies, do what you need to be like,
The world is a beautiful place.
Alright,
We love
bye
you.
Edgeworth. You can make out with your Gumshoe now.
What? Why?
Gumshoe's like, wait, I'm filing reports here. I'm at work. No. No.
I'm like searching for her name meaning because I'm curious.
Oh,
Celeste
wait.
Impacts or Adrian Andrews?
Celeste Impax.
Oh.
Okay, I was...
Because I think we looked up Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't her name in and of itself not a pun?
It was
It's
a
a
spoiler,
spoiler.
yeah.
Spoiler?
Yeah, it was a spoiler.
Right.
Yeah.
March
Wait.
21st.
Sorry, go
Gatewater Hotel. Unguard's hotel room.
Did you find it for Celeste?
I did.
Is it something we can talk about?
Yes, we can now.
Okay.
Pax is the Latin word for peace, which would make her name Celeste in Peace, which is similar to
my
Rest in Peace.
gosh.
Her full English name, Celeste Impax, could also be a play on Celestial Impact, which could be a reference to the conflict between Juan Corrida and Matt Ungard, two television stars.
Huh.
Huh. Dang.
Damn, that was a clever ass
Wow.
pun. Celeste
That
in
was
peace.
good.
Damn.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
oh, Miss Andrews is here.
Kind of dark, but yes.
But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Franziska von Karma.
Ah, shit.
Miss Von Karma?
Ah, shit.
Just when I think I'm done. What are you doing here?
Shit.
Keeping you from drinking.
You're not allowed your liquids!
Audience. I keep trying to drink this.
Everybody look out!
Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so...
You've got some nerve following me around.
Following you?
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Yeah, we were here first.
Pearls?
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with that little beard.
Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, no, you're totally following him.
I'll show you something interesting, little girl.
The beeping.
Are you gonna blow up the hotel?
Yes.
I am actually the villain of this case!
What is that?
That'd make me so happy.
An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective.
So now you're also a stalker?
And
Secretly has a crush on him.
And with this, I know that fool's every move.
I think it's inevitable for prosecutors not to have a crush on
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
I mean,
Yeah.
true. He is a
Even
great
the
guy.
prosecutors from Games Gumshoe's not and have a crush on him.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, then again, I can't prove that they don't.
Yeah! Everyone loves Gumshoe.
So that noise we heard was this receiver.
She looks at it. It looks like he's taking a poop. I feel like I've invaded his privacy.
I'm putting this away now.
I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now.
Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews,
Yeah.
Yes?
think hard about what we just discussed. Understood?
All right. Immediately starts thinking.
What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
She had to talk to one of the most egorific people on the planet, so yeah.
I can think of some more.
Well,
Yeah.
fine.
Just now we met. Well, Edgeworth or Francisco?
Sorry, did
First
you
game
present your
Edgeworth
badge?
or
Okay.
First game.
first game Edgeworth and versus Francisco.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Oh, since I've never actually played it. Yeah,
Oh, I have a break.
Look out!
I was about to do the same, Sunshine.
Kick you! Come here.
For
Stop kicking the mic,
For-
people!
She started it.
for the audience,
care.
what happened is Abby did the crack the eggshell on Jesse's knee, where like you pretend like you bring your fingers together and then you spread them out over the knee.
It tickles.
It does.
I am very ticklish. Incredibly so.
Yeah.
The best place though is I'm gonna grab on Abby.
Yeah.
You grab behind the knee and you tickle her.
Yeah. No, that's
I
the
can't reach from this angle.
that's
but,
a tick. That's a tickling spot. If you go up the thigh, it tickles more and more and more.
Yeah.
But it's also,
Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed.
Abby keeps doing it to Luke, so that's
He's not ticklish usually, so this is great.
Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engard's life in danger by your actions?
Why do you ask questions for which I have no answer? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida.
You were not that close?
That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with other people.
same.
You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow, I highly doubt that. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not?
Okay, there goes the bar.
A silly, third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people bought into this story.
As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Well,
Note to self, stay on her good side.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corrida? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Miss Corrida for this person's sake? Celeste Impax, your mentor.
Why do you know about Celeste?
Ms. Impax, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Miss Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide.
You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid.
Miss Andrews?
There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing.
Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Ms. Impax's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida.
Juan?
And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida.
I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others.
That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impax was someone very special to you.
I just had a thought. So, this is a facade that she's putting on, right? And she's kind of acting like her mentor.
Yeah.
So when she says this is a person that didn't care about others,
Oh my gosh.
maybe,
Celeste gave no shits.
maybe that was her actually speaking like Celeste didn't care.
Masol, don't do this!
I'm sorry, I got into a dark place.
Miss Andrews, you went through it too, didn't you?
Went through what?
A suicide. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help and you live by yourself.
Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember.
However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on.
That's...
You were dependent on Miss Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop! When Celeste passed away, so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corrida of hiding Miss Impax's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close. Am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was, why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one most likely to want Mr. Corrida dead.
Me?
Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she would kill herself. Even commit murder.
Murder?
Good job, by the way. Yay! Okay.
It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small. I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth.
Miss Andrews?
This one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone.
This sad version of the Steel Samurai theme just hurts.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Huh.
You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
I know worthless human beings. You're not that bad.
Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden the suicide note. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct?
Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
And if they purposefully add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning.
Ooh, I would love to set the celebrity world on fire.
But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so please get the hell out of my room.
Like,
I understand.
I need to curl up. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret.
No promise.
Miss Andrews.
If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
All right, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the always thinking type.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I am going to go into the corner and cry, and then put on some makeup so no one knows I cried.
She never says anything carelessly, it seems.
Thank you very much.
I feel like I'm gonna see this woman at the hospital I work at one day.
Mr. Nick, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
What is it? It looks like a seashell?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
I'm not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands.
Huh.
Is that an episode?
Well, how close are we? I feel like we're almost...
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Unless there's more dialogue on the way to where I want us to go!
March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Well, I think we've got about all we can.
What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
How would I know?
Oh, Pearls, she looks so worn out by all this.
Be kind to my 8-year-old baby.
She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
She's like nearly about to collapse, then, what's wrong, Mr.? Like nothing's wrong, and then
Like
when he
he-
looks away,
Like, he looks at her like, oh, you're tired. And she's like, no, I'm fine!
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh, no! I'm okay. Really? I'm fine. I really am.
You don't look fine to me.
you even slurred your sentence there.
Shoot.
Nice.
Excuse me, Mr. Powers, I gotta go put a baby girl to bed.
I am fine. Thank you very much.
I'll turn on the Steel Samurai.
You mean the Nickel Samurai?
that one
the one
too.
she's interested in at the moment.
March 21st, Wright and Co. law offices.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever?
Beep, beep,
Ah,
beep.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver! Oh, shit!
Hello? This is law office of Wright and Co.
Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone.
Maya, where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not come within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished.
What a prick.
Well, kidnapper and all that.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait, Maya, let me hear her.
Very well.
Ask my
Maya, is that you?
sis! Ask my sis!
Maya! Ugh, he cut me off.
Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis? What does she mean by that?
Phoenix, it's been a while, but Phoenix? Come on, Phoenix. You're so hopeless.
You're such
Thank
a fucking
you.
idiot.
I'm so sorry. Ah! Mia!
I have a message from Maya, so come ask me anything you want about her. I'm ready.
Serious mode.
Ready to be serious.
How's Maya?
She's safe for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems.
I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know?
As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could.
I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like this. Pretty smart of her.
Awesome.
Maya's such a good girl.
The kidnapper, what's he like?
I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there.
And?
She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
When you were with her? Date. Time. Location.
Fuck it.
Like we know.
Shit.
Doppelganger all over again.
I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie.
Can we
I
get
mean,
some burgers?
At a time like this, sweets are the only way to go.
Get a box.
I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. We gotta play as Maya.
Oh, sweet.
Should we stop there?
I know. We're almost done.
Okay.
Huh? Someone dropped a card here.
Yeah, you don't
I
get
know,
any
it's
lines
my
now.
turn, sucker. I've been gone for like forever. It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Huh. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card.
Weird.
If I don't do something to the door first, I don't think I'll be moving anywhere. Character, the person pushing the button.
Get me flask. She's like, I'm gonna move. Hits the door like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a fucking door. Drat, it's
If only I
locked.
was a video game character who could fast travel.
But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door.
I don't know how it works.
I wonder if there's a card like that around here that I could use. That's it! This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. All right. Now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper.
What kind of pun name is that?
I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. Click. Oh, fuck you, we're gone. We don't get to know what happened to Maya.
But we'll see you guys in court.
Yep, see you in court. Bye!